to another episode of the Wooly Mastadon Creates podcast, episode 12. My name is Tori or Victoria, the mastermind behind the crazy, and today is a Friday, September 27th, I believe. A very gloomy day, but that is okay. It's going to be a short episode this week, but before I get into said short episode, let me tell you where you can find me. I am most active on Instagram as Victoria Schwanke, and you can also find me on Ravelry as lilwestie, Lilwestie. Obviously, I am on YouTube as Victoria Schaffner. And then I'm also somewhat active on Facebook, but I would say my most active spot to find me is on Instagram. Somebody was honking a horn. Who knew? Whatever. It's okay. So, with that, we'll just get into the bulk of the episode this week. It's a shorter episode, and I mean, you maybe can kind of see why in the background. We will go over that in Life Lately. But for now, I will just jump right into finished objects. I have one. Since my last podcast, I have not knit much at all. I'm kind of sad to say, actually, because I've been doing a lot of other things instead. But I did manage to finish a hat. I believe I was only on the rim of this lovely hat when we last spoke. And it is now a completed hat, and it is complete with a nice big old pom-pom, squishy pom-pom. It's a slightly slouchy beanie style with like a herringbone, let's see if it'll focus on it for you, a herringbone patterning. Just keep bringing it back until the light gets it. Is this going to help us at all? A little bit. But it's a really nice squishy hat. It's made out of acrylic, and the reason why I knit this, I can put it on while I'm talking about it. The reason why I knit this is because my friend who is opening a local floral design shop, as well as she's kind of got like little gifts and stuff in her shop as well, asked if I'd be interested in selling some knitwear in the shop, and I was interested in doing so. Now this will probably have to be put on hold for a while, but my first prototype is this, and I think it turned out quite well. It is knit out of acrylic. I believe this is Red Heart with Love. It's their softer one. I didn't have a ball band on it, so I don't know what the color is or anything like that. I knit it on US 6 and US 7 needles, and that would be 4mm and 4.5mm, I believe. And I really like it. I like how it turned out. It fits quite well. I like the style of it. I would probably prefer it in a different color, but this is the color I had, and I decided to just use it as an option. And yeah, I like the idea. I was going to start knitting another hat as another prototype with another design that I was going to use, and I'm probably going to have to put those on the back burner for now, but this is still a thing, and I'm definitely going to knit this hat again. I like how it turned out, and even if I don't end up selling these, I can definitely use this for a gift for people who are interested in hats. So definitely going to keep this on the back burner, but I do like how it turned out. It's very squishy, it's very soft, and it will be warm, because if you didn't want the slouch, you could pull it down over your ears or fold the brim up a little bit to make sure that it's double warmth, but I like little slouch in my hats. And if you've got a bigger hairstyle, a little slouch doesn't hurt you. So that was my first finished object and my only finished object for this week. But again, I like it. I like how it turned out. I'm satisfied with the finished result, even if the color is a little bit not what I would prefer, but I know a lot of people like it, so there's that. I have only 3, I think, works in progress, and one of them I'm not even going to show because I'm still working on Tegna by Caitlin Hunter. I'm knitting that one out of Knit Picks Stroll Hand Paint in the Sunny Afternoon colorway, and I have made absolutely no progress on it. I haven't picked it up for a month. Things have been a little crazy. So that one, where I have to think a little bit, because I started splitting and dividing for the sleeves. Splitting for the sleeves. It was just too much brain space, which is kind of ironic, because that's probably what I need. So I should get back to that, but I haven't knit on it for a solid amount of time. So there is that. Let's see here. But then going on to my other finished objects, good grief, works in progress. I think we're just going to have to move boldly on. I apologize for any background noise that was happening. There's a truck doing something. So hopefully, I think he's done. But I was saying that I'm not going to show Tegna because I have made like no progress on it whatsoever. But so my first work in progress that I have been working on a little bit is my toe-up socks for myself. You would have seen these in the last episode. I had started them. I wasn't very far, I don't think. I have put in the line for the heel. I'm only on the first sock, so I haven't gotten very far. I have put in the line for the heel, and now I am knitting up on the leg of the sock. Then I'll knit the cuff, and then I'll start the other one before I get onto the heels. This is knit out of Red Heart and Soul in the Sorbeto colorway, and it is knit on US 1 2.25 millimeter needles, I believe. I like how it's turning out. I like the cute little colors, the way it's kind of like, you can see how it's pooling a little bit. I don't mind it because on socks, I like my socks to be fun. I never match my socks to my clothes because they're in tennis shoes all the time, so why does it matter? But I love having funky socks, so these will be really fun. They're knitting up really quickly when I do actually work on them, and yeah, not much to say about these. Toe-up sock, my usual toe-up vanilla formula, do the same thing every time, hasn't hurt me since. I don't like doing top-down, so toe-up is the way to go. So that is my first work in progress that I will show you today. My second work in progress is almost a half object. I literally just need to bind this off and then I can start the second sock. But I started knitting a pair of socks for my dad. I had found this yarn at Hobby Lobby when I was in Escanaba, Upper Peninsula, Michigan. And I really thought I saw it, and I immediately thought of my dad because it looked, in the ball, it looked kind of camouflage. And when it started knitting up, I love the stripes and the colors are exactly him. And this is Patton's Croy in the Woodsy colorway here. And then the toe and the cuff and soon to be the heel as well will be in this, it's in this flax colorway. In order to stretch the balls of yarn, I purchased an alternate colorway. I do that for my husband's socks, and now I'm going to do that for my dad's socks because it stretches the yarn. It means they can get a longer sock, and I don't have to play yarn chicken and try to find a replacement for the heel when I inevitably won't have enough. So I really like how this is turning off. This is how long this sock will be. The heel goes in here, and then I'll add the heel on later, and I should start the next sock because all I have to do is bind off. And then this sock will be a half object almost, except for the fact that there's no heel. But these are knit on US 1.5, 2.5 millimeter, I believe, needles. These are my only pair of Addie sock rockets. But I really like these. I really like how the sock is turning out. It's nice and thick and warm, just like he likes his socks. So my dad has already seen how this one is turning out. He's seen it to this point already. He's very excited. So I really need to finish this sock and knit the next one so he can have them. But that is my only other work in progress. Like I said, pretty short episode this week because I haven't been doing a whole lot of knitting. But when it comes to knitting, these are definitely saving me because all I have brain space for is some pretty simple knits. So with that, we'll move on to, what do we got next? Upcoming cast-ons. Nothing has pretty much changed. I still want to knit the party top. I still need to find a shawl to cast on, but all of that's kind of on the back burner. I realized if I want to give anyone gifts for Christmas, I need to start now. So I have no idea what I'm going to make for people for Christmas, but I want to knit or crochet something, and I want to use stash. Those are my two requirements. I have no idea what that will be yet, so if any of you have suggestions, let me know for what you think I should do. In the past, I've done dishcloths, I've done pot holders, I've done little tree ornaments, and a lot of these are crocheted or knit, it doesn't matter. I've done little mitten ornaments, which I will never do again. Knitting like 20 pairs of baby mitten ornaments is torture. Oh, I won't do that one again. I don't want to knit that pattern ever again, unfortunately. I did Bluebirds of Paradise one year, and those are the Birds of Paradise. Bluebird of Paradise, is that what it was? I don't remember what that pattern is. It's very popular on Ravelry. It's a free pattern. but I've done that many years. I have purchased like the Fall Harvest Charm set from Susan B. Anderson, so maybe I could just knit something out of there. I don't know yet. So if you guys have suggestions, let me know. I don't know if I should do an ornament or if I should do, like, I don't really want to do nylon scrubbies this year because the year I did that, it just destroys your hands, although I have a lot of yarn left, but for it, well, tulle left. But I don't really want to do that this year. I typically only make those for people who request them now after that first year that I made them. But I don't know what to make this year. I need to think of something quick because normally I pick something small that's quick to whip up and I can make a ton of them. And if I start now, I won't be driving myself crazy by Christmas. And it's just a way to save money because I already have the yarn. So I need to think of something. So that's coming soon, hopefully. Maybe I should even think about that this next week because then I can get the yarn out before it gets to a place where I can't even get to it anymore. And I can work on it. But otherwise, that's it for my upcoming cast-ons. Stash enhancements? I actually have a stash enhancement, but it's a nice, hefty stash enhancement. So, I had a coworker text me the other week and say, hey, can I drop something off at your house? And then it was, she just texted me a little later, never mind, can I drop it off to you at work? And I said, sure, I don't know what it is, but absolutely. And I was working, it was an especially long day at work. We were kind of trying to catch up from things that didn't go quite as planned. So it was a long day. And my coworker stopped by and dropped off this huge bag of yarn. I guess her friend was trying to sell it on Facebook. And so she bit. She's like, I know someone who would love this. And her friend never even charged her for it then. She just gave it to her. So, thank you, Lisa, for this gigantic bag of yarn. You probably don't watch this, but that's okay. Thank you. It is awesome. I'm just trying to open it up. But it's all caked up yarn. I don't know, I believe it's all acrylic, which I don't mind at all. It's all caked up, ready to use. And it's all just like variegates. Like here's a camel one. Of course, Dad would love that. But it's just all variegated yarn and just, oh, look at all of this yarn. I don't even know if you'll be able to see all the colors. Like, this one. I love this one. Some of this might be red heart too, I don't know. But that's okay because I can use it in afghans and stuff. And Christmas project, anyone? I don't know. But it's just, it made my day. It was just this big bag of happy, and actually some of my other coworkers were jealous. They're like, I gotta use that in my blankets. I'm like, it's mine. It's all mine. But there's a lot of yarn here, so that was cool. This is my stash enhancement for the week. Nothing to sneeze at here. I've just been kind of eyeing it. Like, I don't know what to do with all this yarn yet, but it's so beautiful. So, sorry for the crinkle. But that is my stash enhancement. That's it. That's it for stash enhancements. I haven't been buying any yarn or anything like that, just because I've been trying to reduce what I bring into this apartment to a certain extent, and you'll see why. But then I'm just going to move on. With that, I'm going to barrel right into non-knit loves. And actually, if you don't mind me bending down, my first non-knit love is going to be... you won't even be able to see all this, and you won't be able to see me, and you might not even be able to hear me over this. But this is a hand-woven rug by my fiber professor that she wove for my husband and I as a wedding gift. And I finally picked it up this week. This last week, I think. And it is just absolutely gorgeous. It's huge, obviously. It's a rug. That's about all you'll be able to see of it. The colors are absolutely me. 100% me. You couldn't even get more me if you wanted to. And we're so excited to use this rug. I haven't used it yet. Again, we'll talk about this in a minute. But it's beautiful. Thank you, Phyllis. I love it. Justin loves it. We love it and we love you. It's amazing. Oh, I can't get over this. It was made every stitch with a little bit of love. So this is going to be a treasured piece. I just feel so special to have this. So this will definitely be a treasured piece. I'm just looking because I think I dropped something. But words cannot describe. We just need to have a moment of silence for this amazing, beautiful... we need to sit in awe of this amazing rug. I'm just going to curl up in this right here. But that is my first non-knit love, because it is woven. It is not knit, it is woven. It is amazing. So I'm going to carefully roll that up because I want to preserve this beauty. Set that down there. And then I need to reclaim a few things. Sorry for bending over. Because my second non-knit love is actually kind of cool because I get to see my projects come to life. So over the past year, I have worked with the person who I was talking about. I was going to maybe put some hats in her shop, but I've been working with Bobby, and she owns Protea Floral Design. And she finally got a studio space, which is super exciting. Grand openings on Saturday. Grand openings tomorrow. So this probably won't even be up before that happens. But I'm super excited. I got to see it this week, and it's going to be amazing. So I did her logo work for it. I did her logo and an illustration for it, just a line drawing of a Protea flower, which it is a type of flower. And she had all kinds of swag that she had done with the logo and stuff that I did, and she gave a bunch of it to me, and it's just so exciting to see her work come to light. So I don't even know if it'll focus on this. My head's behind it, maybe. But this is the line drawing I did, and it's of a Protea flower. And this is the base work for just about everything. The logo, just the illustration she's using. And she's using this on all kinds of stuff. So it's cool to see. You probably won't be able to see this because it's very, very light. I ended up doing darker colors, so when she gets them printed again, she can see. But this is a sticker of the same illustration. And then same thing with the pins. She got a pin made, and again, it's very light because it's that's gonna stay on the floor. It's very light, so I did more colors for her. And then finally, she did a bumper sticker. And when we were first kind of ideating, coming up with ideas for this, the floral design type that I had, we talked about it, and she's like, it looks kind of like, you know, the lines on a heart monitor. And so we added a little heart, and this isn't the logo itself, but this just became just something that she could use on hoodies, or she was thinking about putting it on a shirt or what have you. And it ended up being a bumper sticker for now, and super excited. Like, I think she thought it was kind of funny because when she showed me, my eyes just lit up. But seeing your design come to life is really cool, because she even had like the logo. She had a local coffee company do a blend for her that she can sell in her shop. Coffee bean, what do you call that? Coffee shop. They do custom blends for people. And so she, like, seeing my logo on the packaging was super exciting. And it's her logo. Like, don't get me wrong, it is her logo for her business. But to see your work out in the world and being used is very exciting. So I'm just super excited for her because her business is just picking up, and I hope it keeps picking up forever and ever, because she's an awesome person and she needs and deserves success. So hopefully everything will go well tomorrow, and this will just continue to grow with her. With that, we're going to move on into life lately. So if you're not interested, thanks for watching. I'll see you next month. Maybe. We'll see. Otherwise, it'll be probably 2 months down the road. But then we're going to move into spilling the beans here. I guess we'll start with a few things coming up I'm looking forward to. My art center, the art center I volunteer at and I'm on the board at for now, every year has a boat cruise for fall color tour, and I will be helping out again with that this year. I'm so excited. So that's something fun to look forward to. But otherwise, I've been working and I've been packing. Ta-da! So my husband and I decided that by the end of this year, so I'm just going to put it that way, it'll be sooner than that. But by the end of this year, we plan to move to Madison, Wisconsin. So we're looking for jobs, and we're looking for apartments, and I'm obviously boxing up like a fiend. Now, we're still over a month out. So I'm probably don't need to be doing this, but I'm boxing things up that we don't need just because it's a way for me to feel like I'm doing something, because it's still kind of up in the air. Everything's kind of up in the air. We've technically had some job offers, but I'm still looking, and I believe he might still be looking a little bit. But yeah, it's exciting. It's scary and exciting, but we're really looking forward to it. We decided that this was what we wanted to do because There's way more opportunity if I wanted to go into graphic design again, which I would like to in the future. There's opportunity in Madison, where up here there's not necessarily that opportunity, or there's an opportunity for me to even just get a job that's a Monday through Friday and not Monday through Friday, Saturday, Sunday, all holidays, all evenings, all mornings, like work anytime. It'd be nice to get something that is a little more structured, and we're looking forward to it. It's gonna be fun. We have friends down there. There's a great knitting community down there, which I'm so excited to join. So that'll be fun. But yeah, it's been crazy. That's why there hasn't been a whole lot of knitting around here, is because I am packing and I am researching like a crazy person and just trying to get all of our ducks in a row, because I personally haven't moved since I was 5. My family moved up here from Indiana when I was like 5. And so obviously I don't really remember that process. And the only other move I've had is from my parents' house to here, this apartment here, when we got married last year. And obviously, since it was so close, I didn't have to pack everything at once and move it in one big truck. I could just bring things over a little at a time. So this is more of a we are up and relocating. So that'll be really exciting. So with that, I'm not entirely sure if I'll have a podcast come out in October. We shall see. Hopefully we will. Fingers crossed, but it all depends on how far we are and how fast things start moving as we get into October. Same thing with November, but hopefully I will be able to get those podcasts out for you, because I really enjoy doing this. And you'll probably want, maybe I'll finally just get up and do some vlogs. I don't know. I don't feel comfortable sharing any more of this space right now because we're tripping over ourselves in boxes. Because I'm just trying to like find places in the small space to shove stuff that's been boxed up that we don't need to get to anymore. Thus this entire space back here, minus my plants, which are just going to live there until we move. But yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. So there probably won't be a whole lot of knitting going forward other than simple things. But I really need to get back to it because it's a stress reliever and it helps me refocus. So that's life lately. Big news, exciting news. We're both excited. We're ready for a change. We're ready to just move into the next step of our lives, the next phase. And I feel that it's important we experience the small town and the larger size town. So that is that. I think that's everything I have to share with you this week. Not a whole lot to share, or this month I should say. Not a whole lot to share, but hopefully that will start going be a little bit more as the holidays come when I need to knit stuff. But with that, remember you can find me. I'm most active on Instagram as Victoria Schwanke, and I am also active on Ravelry as lilwestie, lilwestie. Of course, check out the blog, woolymastadon.wordpress.com. I almost forgot to mention that. That's terrible. YouTube, Victoria Schaffner, and then again Facebook, but I'm not as active there. So definitely check me out in all those other locations first, because I'm most active especially on Instagram. And with that, thank you for watching on this fine, dreary day, and I will see you, if not this next month, but the month after. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye! Alright, let's see here. Can we test this? Hello and welcome to another episode of I don't know what day it is. 400. What?